Once More to the Lake is about a father we can interpret as E.B. White who goes on a trip to his childhood town with his son. There he cannot distinguish between himself and his son because he sees himself experiencing the things that his son is. White canoes with the son in the lake which he spent so much time in as a child, and they fish together while out there. The only difference is that now, the lake is infested with technology in the form of motorboats. Afterward, White and his son go to a farmhouse diner for dinner, where White notices that the waitresses look the same as they always have, with only minor changes. However, White realizes that places and people stay the same, but he and everyone he knows will eventually die.
A song that we thought captures the meaning of experience perfectly is Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads.
And you may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. And you may find yourself in another part of the world. And you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile. And you may find yourself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife. And you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here? Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. And you may
This song is basically about the meaning and the cycle of life, and it summarizes the feelings held by the father in this essay. It shows how, as one grows older, they become more experienced, and also more knowledgeable of the fact that they are getting older and will someday die, but everything around them seems to stay young. So basically, as the days go by, each thing in life becomes more and more meaningless.
into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. Same as it ever was. 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 Letting the days go by. Let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by. Water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. You may ask yourself, what is that beautiful house? You may ask yourself, where does that highway go to? And you may ask yourself, am I right? Am I wrong? And you may say to yourself, my God, what have I done? Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again, into the silent water, under the rocks and stones. There is water underground. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. Same as it ever was.
Ha ha, what a beautiful song. Now here's Nick with a quote.
The pattern of life indelible, the fade-proof lake, the woods unshatterable, the pasture with the sweet fern and juniper forever and ever, summer without end. This was the background, and the life along the shore was the design. The cottagers with their innocent and tranquil design, their tiny docks with the flagpole and the American flag floating against the white clouds in the blue sky, the little paths over the roots of the trees leading from camp to camp, and the paths leading back to the outhouses, and the can of lime for sprinkling. At the souvenir counters at the store, the miniature Burke bark canoes and the postcards that showed things looking a little better than they looked. This was the American family at play, escaping the city heat, wondering whether the newcomers in the camp at the head of the cove were common or nice, wondering whether it was true that the people who drove up for Sunday dinner at the farmhouse were turned away because there wasn't enough chicken. Hence, the importance of contextualism in Once More to the Lake is A Boy and His Dad by Edgar Guest. A boy and his dad on a fishing trip, there is a glorious fellowship. Father and son and the open sky, and the white clouds lazily drifting by, and the laughing stream as it runs along, with the clicking reel like a marital song, and the father teaching the youngster gay how to land a fish in the sportsman's way. I fancy I hear them talking there in an open boat, and the speech is fair. and the boy is learning the ways of men from the finest man in his youthful ken. Kings to the youngster cannot compare with the gentle father who's with him there, and the greatest minds of the human race not for 1 minute could take his place. Which is happier, man or boy? The soul of the father is steeped in joy, for he's finding out to his heart's delight that his son is fit for the future fight. He is learning the glorious depths of him, and the thoughts he thinks, and his every whim. And he shall discover when night comes on how close he has grown to his little son. A boy and his dad on a fishing trip, builders of life's companionship. Oh, I envy them as I see them there, under the sky in the open air. For out of the old long ago come the summer days that I used to know, when I learned life's truth from my father's lips as I shared the joy of his fishing trips.
That was a great poem, Nick. Well, we thought the best world hypothesis for interpreting Once More to the Lake was contextualism. Contextualism is finding the beauty and meaning of experience while learning about life in the process. This essay is packed full of important experience, which contrasts E.B. White's years as a boy compared to now that he is a father with his own son. Over time, White's point of view changes from the experience at his town now to then. As a boy, White experienced an amazing place where he was free to escape to peace or whatever he really wanted to do. Now, returning to his town as an adult, the lake he once knew has been invaded by boats, motors, and new technology. While with his son, White has trouble identifying with himself and instead relives the experience from his son's point of view. Yet White eventually realizes that it is he who changed, not the lake. White gives in to the fact that age is not infinite, and that his father is gone, so eventually he too will be gone.